so funny because I can see it.
It is.
You know, one of the things about this that was really exciting was I got to learn from David Fincher. It's a guy whose movies I watched before I've directed. All three of the movies I directed, I would watch and study his stuff because I think he's one of the great masters. He's like a sort of Swiss watch. You know, he's very specific and deliberate, and so I got a chance to see his work up close. I mean, there's no better class you can take than stand next to a guy and watch him do his thing.
Now, the next film you direct, are you going to have as many takes then?
I'll probably have more takes, you know, and I'll be a little more of a hard ass like David.
The narrator worked the way it does, and of course David and Gillian got together and showed.
I think you're exactly right. The primary theme is about relationships, how men and women do them differently, particularly in terms of women. You know, they have this monologue that comes from the book about Cool Girl, about how women feel the need to change who they really are to attract a man, to act like they like things they don't like, to act like they are someone they're not. I think men do something similar. We kind of put these masks on when we're in that, whatever you want to call it, courtship. And this movie is about, you know, when you get married and you close the door and the masks come off and you find out who the other person really is. And as you said, there's this secondary theme of, and they're both about judgment and about how the media kind of creates snap judgments for the sake of selling stories and sensationalizing them. And to be trapped in that is a very helpless feeling. I love Detroit. It's a great town. Anytime you do anything, I got this Shinola watch in Detroit. Anytime you can like contribute in any way to that city, it feels good because they're on the rebound. They're coming back. They got great people there. I'm proud to be working there.
Not like Gotham.
It's a great place to work.
Tell me about Batman, anything?
It's going great. We're having a good time. Thank you.
Next week will be another film opening. Talking to Fincher, it was a lengthy, you know, some weeks of, you know, long conversations, meeting in person, talking about how one would go about this character. I flew overnight on a plane to meet him for 24 hours. I think he just wanted to see if I had the balls to go on an adventure like that. I said I'd swim to St. Louis if I needed to, but, you know.
But again, this goes back to his eye. When I first got into it, I was wondering, okay, what is this about? Am I not doing a good job? What's happening? Then I realized that he is seeing everything at once. He is looking at the entire frame at once, and everything has to fall perfectly at the same time. And he doesn't move on until he gets it, and I applaud him for it.
And the last question, how's the baby?
Good, good, good. We're good and very happy. She's excited, I'm excited, so we're very happy.
That's great, man.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
I think the media plays a sort of supporting role in this movie and certainly in a lot of people's lives. They rely on quick bites of media to make their judgments for them. So when you hear that someone's vanished and that he might be responsible, you immediately condemn him. So there's some like media conversation involved, but I think it speaks more to how relationships which seem to be fine and surface positive are actually very, very dark and deeply complicated.
I mean, ultimately it's a book about storytelling. It's about how we present ourselves, how we kind of present a sort of con game with the stories that we tell to people as we meet them, to lure them in, to make them want to engage with us. And ultimately, in a bigger picture, it's about the storytelling that the media does too. It's all combined. I mean, to me, it's all about all the echoes of the different storylines that we create, and how they come back to bite us sometimes.
We're just so thrilled. I mean, we set out to make films that had great roles for women, and to have Gone Girl and Wild all in the same season is extraordinary. We feel very blessed.
Yes, totally concur. Like really complicated, really strong female characters. It's thrilling to see them both kind of come out, you know, in the same year.